Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thoughtful Thursday. My name is Barbara Ellison, and I'm a transformational life trainer because I believe that each and every one of us deserves to lead a happy, healthy, financially free, abundant life. And you can make this to make the second half of your life the best part of your life. So that's me. Good morning, Carol. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Did everybody bring their drink this morning? This is the 2021 version of sitting around the breakfast table after the kids go to school and everybody chatting and sorting out their lives and helping each other. So that's kind of what this format is. But I'm Carol Henderson and I have Life by Design. I help people to live the second half of their life full out so that it's better than the first half. I don't think you should die in a hospital bed with tubes coming out of you, sick, tired, feeling yucky. You need to live full out to the very last day. So we've brought on a wonderful guest. His name is Adam Bricker. And you've met Adam before in one of our earlier episodes. And I brought him back so you could just kind of see some of the change that he has made in his life and just some of the things that he's doing. And so he has some good ideas for us how we can live full out in that second half of life. So, Adam, take it away. We'll probably interrupt you 2 or 3 times, but and we may bunny trail here and there, but you know us well. So, anyway, you're muted. There we
Good
go.
morning, Carol. Good morning, Barbara. Welcome everybody to
morning.
Thoughtful Thursday. My name's Adam Bricker, and I live life full out. It's my pleasure to run Adam Connects, where I help people who enrich other people's lives in a way that they can live full out. So I support them, help them get business, and help them meet the people who they can help, who they can influence in their lives. And what a pleasure to be here today.
Yeah, you are welcome. We are so excited to hear just all the things because you've had a bit of a journey
You've had a bit of a change in the last week.
and you've had a bit of a change. And so, yeah,
we're not about products here, but we are about change. And so Adam's had some big changes. And if you look at the old videos and the new videos, you can see the difference. So
yeah, you can see it. You could feel it too. It's a little more vigorous. It's a little more attentive, a little more alive, and it really is. It's a blessing. I've been going through recovery. I went through a car crash, and it's been a couple of years now. And between that, not being able to move, and being on COVID, I ballooned up. We all put on weight. I like to say I put on my 19 pounds for COVID, but I did that twice. Now things are open. We get to be resilient again. And one thing I want to share with everybody was the mental shift that I made going into it. I embraced my age. Prior to the accident, I was living down on the beach. I was running around like I was in my 30s and really enjoying life as I would have wanted to in my 30s. And that was great. But now I'm older. Now I'm in my 50s. And I heard this thing that they said, age is just a number. And I think you can go beyond that. I think age can be something that's really wonderful. When I show up to business meetings, I bring wisdom, I bring experience. I don't want to be in my 30s for that anymore. I want to be in my 50s, but keep my wife in her 30s. That works for me. I want to show up vigorous. I want to show up happy. I want to show up vibrant. So in order to be vibrant, alive in the second half of life, you have to handle it a little bit differently than the first part of your life. There's certain things that aren't granted to you anymore. And so doing the right things, putting the right products in my body at the right time, getting the exercise, those things are really important. But thinking fresh, keeping your mind fresh is really important. I'm not approaching life like I'm in my 30s. I'm not walking around with a phone that looks like this. I've embraced the new technology. I've embraced where it's at. You know, if we're all in our 30s, you guys aren't doing what you're doing. They didn't do this in your previous generation.
Right.
Women working was a not majority thing, but women working independently, that was really rare. But now we can do that. We can do it from the privacy of our own home. We can do it on the road, on our mobile devices. If you don't embrace that, how do you get to live life to the fullest right now? You might end up sitting there by a chicken coop having chickens in your backyard. No, I'm just teasing. Carol's got some chickens, but that's not her life. That's not her life. That's her lifestyle. And
exactly. But she's got cute chickens.
I do have cute chickens.
I mean, Ginger greets you at the door. Her roost is right by the door.
It's not where she stays at night or other things, but that's where she thinks that's her throne. And she speaks to you when you go in and out. And if you disturb her, she might fuss.
And she's living gregariously. She's vivacious in her spot. And we all get to be that way. But we don't get to be that way by accident.
Right.
Okay. Some of this stuff, if it's breaking your role that you were in, and I know we deal with a lot of people whose spouses have passed, who have retired, they're in a career shift, they're in a lifestyle shift. If you don't make that mental shift to go with it, it doesn't match, and it's a hard time. It's a really hard time. So I want to encourage people to get out, have fun, but decide what you want to do. Decide how you want to be.
Right.
Be that way.
Well, and I want to say, decide how you're going to nourish your body. Find a consultant to work with and let them formulate a plan, whether you're 50 or whether you're 30. It doesn't matter. There's
or 70.
Plan. Yeah, or 70. So, yeah.
So I went, sometimes things change slowly. We don't recognize they've changed until we get to some point. Mine changed abruptly. So I'm sitting in the car and somebody hit me from the side. And the seatbelt probably saved my life, but it also pulled every organ in my body and mashed it together. Coming back after that, all of a sudden my digestion wasn't working the same. The solutions I needed in life were different. Finding the formulations at Zalevo was beautiful. I didn't know I needed a probiotic. I never needed a probiotic before. So I thought, because it would have probably benefited me tremendously had I prepared my body for it, but I didn't. Being able to have those right nutrients blended in the right time is wonderful. The one thing I keep doing in the losing weight is the fasting program. I've never heard of somebody who's had something that would support you through intermittent fasting. Are you kidding me? We were just doing that. Don't, stop eating at like 6 o'clock at night and don't eat till noon the next day. Did that work? Yeah, it worked great. Does it work better if you have an intermittent fasting tool to get you through the process? So much easier, so much better. And then I took it around the clock. I went for 24 hours and then I went for 48 hours. And get this, Barbara, Carol knows, I went for 67 hours.
Yay. Yay.
And okay, I have a question since we're kind of on this subject. Were you hungry? Were you hangry? Did you want to chew your arm off?
No. Did I get hungry? Yeah, I got hungry. But I specifically did it on days I wasn't working out. So I didn't tax my body extra. I didn't get hangry. Whenever I got hungry, I dropped some of the burn
mode.
It's called burn mode into the little bottle. And get this, they tell you to shake vigorously. I shook very vigorously that day. And I enjoyed it. I embraced it. It was really neat to get through that. I thank Carol and her team because they got an app on the phone that you put in what you're doing and how you're doing. They give you messages back, they give you feedback, and they teach you what's happening in your body. I remember I was going to end it at about 48 hours, and this little icon came back up saying,
Yes.
if you go this far, you're going to get cell regeneration and things. And
And the human growth hormone.
Yeah.
it was crazy. I'm like, I got to try this. All right. I'm
That
gonna
app is addictive. It's like, oh, I can hold on a little longer.
I can go another 4 hours. Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I
you
did
get
my list.
into it. You get into it and you're going, oh, I'm into it. I don't want to stop now. I want as much human growth hormone as I can get.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So
many
the next
people will stop fasting like at night. And my thoughts are, why stop now? I'm going to sleep. Let's wait and have, do it in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't that night. That's the thing. It was going to be I was going to eat at about 7 at night. And then the icon popped up and said if you go past 9, human growth hormone kicks in. So it wasn't a matter of taking it to 9 because it didn't kick in until 9. So
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to take it around through the next morning. You know what I did the next morning? I went to the gym and I just did cardio and I just kept drinking more water, more water, more water to flush everything through this. I felt so cleaned out.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, can I talk about my favorite new understanding of hydration?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is
Hydration is so important.
Whatever spirals somebody's life up is what this show's about.
And if you have the ability to edit into smaller segments, here's a good little one that goes right here.
I mean, I have the ability, but this goes up just like it is.
Hydration. How do you hydrate yourself? We have a pickleball team. I'm the director of a pickleball team. My wife plays. I do the corporate stuff. I bring in the sponsors. It's a beautiful thing. Hydration. We think we put water in our body and we're hydrated, right? There's so much more. Okay. So I'm not an expert. I'm just learning this process. They tell me we have a saturation point, a point where the body can't accept any more water. And then, so we just start peeing it out. I'm saying peeing it out. If there's a more correct way to say it for your audience, you'll let me know. I start peeing out. And if you have vitamins in you, you'll notice there's a change in the color. Okay. So if your cells could handle more water, then you would be more hydrated. So your saturation point would be way higher. I didn't know this. And I went through the process of making my cells more expansive, more open to receiving, more conditioned to be hydrated. The hydration is so different. My skin changed, my hair changed, my endurance changed. It was an amazing effect. And now I drink over 100 ounces every day, and sometimes upwards of 130 and 140 ounces. Those of you don't know, I believe it's 126 ounces in a gallon. So I'm usually under a gallon, but other days I'll be a little over. And it is so much more effective now that my cells are conditioned to be hydrated.
So what did you do to condition your cells?
I did the whole Zalevo line.
Oh,
I did.
Okay.
I did it.
I wasn't sure if there was some other trick that you had.
So the other trick was totally saturating them and then totally emptying them. Totally saturating, so full up, and then get my body all out during the fast and then load back up. And I just took that little bit of period. You guys ever see bodybuilders on stage?
Mm-hmm. A friend of mine is she's a body.
I have a good friend that is,
Is a bodybuilder.
Dehydrated, right?
Right.
Totally dehydrated when they're on stage. Do you know about that or no?
Yes.
Okay, so they stop drinking water. That way the skin gets really tight around the muscles and it shows a lot more. They don't look your friend doesn't look the same way the next day after she competes. So I did that kind of process. I took a lot of the water out of my body. I did it at home. I did it, very careful. So I was only there for about 2.5 hours, but I loaded it back in with burn. I loaded it back in with the collagen protein. It was just a remarkable experience. And now I feel so much more energetic.
Right.
Well, you look and act it too. So I encourage everybody to go look back and look at our other video with you back several months ago and to see the difference then and now. If I'd been at it, I would have put up a picture, but anyway.
People who are accomplishing what I have, we call it Wonderland.
Yeah.
Because I was over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And now I'm not.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that was me too. I was slightly over the 200 pounds and now I'm not.
Yeah.
So just
well, I'm shorter than both of y'all, so I never hit that, thank God. But I don't have the height either of y'all do.
Right. So, and yet people are telling me that it's like, gee, Barb, what are you doing? Because it's like, even my co-host on one of my other podcasts, he said, gee, Barb, he said, I was looking through some past episodes. He said, you look better now than you did even a year ago. And it was like,
yeah, it's amazing.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's amazing how long it takes people to see you, to see the difference. And it's really cool because there's a psychological thing in it, in that if you lose 5 pounds, not a big deal. It's hard to see. You lose 10 pounds, but when you get to that 15, 20 pound mark, everybody can start to see it in your face. And one or two things can happen that can encourage you. It can inspire you to keep going and go to whatever your goal may be. Or you can find yourself out of alignment. You could be shocked. You can go, that's not me. I'm a fat person. I don't look like that. And if you hold on to that old mindset, if you don't have that fresh thinking we were talking about at the beginning of the call, you go right back to where you were. Because you will be in alignment with your thoughts. If you think you weigh over 200 pounds, I don't care how much you lose, you'll go back there.
You go right back to it.
Well, and you speak it. And, the whole planet, this whole world we live in, all the cosmos was spoken into being. And we don't realize, there's that old thing when we were a kid, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. That is a lie. Words are more powerful than the sticks and stones because they cover the whole area, spirit, soul, and body. Sticks and stones just hurt the body. And that is one thing that we preach on here all the time, is watching the words of your mouth, because you can bless or curse yourself. It's your choice. Just like everything in life is your choice. And we think of all these choices. Well, that's just a little choice. That one over there, that's a big choice. That's a little choice. No, they're all important. The little choices, am I gonna, the light just turned yellow, am I gonna speed on through, or am I gonna go ahead and try to stop? It depends. I mean, you may be closer to the other side, but you've got to realize that choice of speed, of running a red light, could take lives, multiple lives, by being in that, by running that red light. But that's a choice. So maybe, and that's a small choice, really. It's no different than, am I gonna smoke that cigarette? You don't hear much about that nowadays, but people still do it. Am I gonna eat that cookie? Sounds like a little choice. And yes, you can have a little cheat every now and then, as long as you're putting the good stuff in also. I had a friend that I think Adam knows her. No, well, actually, I think both of y'all know her. And she said, oh, well, it looks like I have to stop doing everything I'm doing and just do just this one thing. I'm going, you keep eating what you're going to do, what you're eating now. You keep drinking what you're going to drink. Let's add some stuff in and see what changes.
Let's see what your body can do for itself.
Yes.
That's what I tell people.
Yeah. Adam jumped in full. Yeah, Adam jumped in full bore, just like I did. Barbara kind of eased in a little bit because I challenged her to
Yeah.
fast. Well, actually, we did some fueling days and then we did a fast. And so,
60 hours, our very first fast.
yeah, we did. We didn't know better. And it was so easy with the burn
But it
mode
was so easy.
that we just kept going. So, so that's why you want a coach or a mentor to help you, what is good on this, what is right on this, how's it best for your body, because you and your spouse may be a different body type, you may have different needs, and so that's where we come in and help. So I really hadn't seen this taking that kind of a business trail, but Adam's all about business and he's all about people's business and getting it better and up and running and such as that. So, and for those of y'all that have seen my business card or Barbara's business card, Adam's the one that does them. He's the one that showed them to us. So,
Put the links
thank
below
you.
so they can. You're welcome. You're welcome. Put the links below so they can see them.
Oh yeah,
I will.
We'll put mine in too. You all can look at mine because it's really.
Well, and we'll put the pickleball one in too, because that's what he and his wife are doing for fun in life, in his second half of the life. She's not there yet.
No, she's enjoying her first half of life, and more power to her.
Yes.
But why not be about business if you're living in America? America allows you to do that.
Yes. Yes.
People can count on you to get something done. I don't know what to take in Zalevo. That's why you and your team helped me so much. Robert was incredible. Andy and Timothy Sage in Vegas were great, showing me how to use it into a recipe of protein balls. I like protein balls.
Oh, aren't they the best?
Yeah,
I coat them in
good.
chocolate for Christmas and take them to parties.
I love it.
People are going, these are good. I'm going, yeah, and they're healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy for you. Yeah.
I have a lot of muscle. I need the protein to maintain it. And those, that works great. And what products do I need that are different for Sarah, my wife, who's an athlete, who's in great shape, who doesn't need to lose weight? Can we actually
the national pickleball champion of Canada?
Yeah, the Canadian national pickleball champion. Can we actually take the same products and get different results? Yes, we can.
Yes,
we both have abundantly saturated cells that are very hydrated. She's in a mode that really increases her endurance. I'm in one that burns fat. So I'm burning my fat for fuel. And it's really a great way for me to go because I have plenty of that stored up.
Well, and the thing is that people don't realize that our food, especially in the US, has been so degraded over the years. Right. A bowl of spinach in 1975, eat that bowl. In 2000, you would have to eat 25 bowls, 25 or 30, I don't remember the exact number, bowls of spinach to make that much nourishment. And we're another 25 years from 2000 almost.
Now it's 40. Now it's 40
now. That's just incredibly sad. But that's what's happened because of the way we've produced food for the world, but it's filled bellies, but it hasn't necessarily nourished our bodies like it should. And I personally go ahead. Well, I personally think that people in the US are very protein deprived.
Right.
Because we've got
the most overfed, undernourished country in the world.
Yes. What were you going to say, Adam?
There's a couple countries in Africa that will no longer accept our grain because it doesn't nourish their population.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I'm in Canada right now. When you go to Canada, the label's different. The products are different. There's some companies that make cookies and crackers. They're marketed up here under a different label. I mean, it looks the same. It just has a different name on it because those products are banned up here. You can't use high fructose corn syrup. It's illegal.
Yeah, that is really bad. Well, Kool-Aid how many of us were raised on Kool-Aid? I mean, I was a Kool-Aid kid. Okay. Did you know that our Kool-Aid in the US cannot be imported into most countries? They have to use an old formulation from back when we were kids,
Yeah,
send into those countries.
I believe it.
Yeah. So anyway, any last comments, Adam? We're gonna wind
I
up.
do. I have something that's really poignant. You said that things were spoken into creation.
Mhm.
We're in that mode right now. We're in the time of year where everything was spoken in. I don't know if you guys know it. There's an ancient holiday coming in, and if you're looking at a recording of this, hey, just embrace it for next year. There's a holiday coming
There's
up.
more holidays coming up that you can get in on, though.
There's one called Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah.
And I don't know if you heard of this holiday, but it is the day God said, "Let there be man," and then "Let there be woman." So it is the celebration of speaking that into existence. And do you guys know the Aramaic word that I've been told was used to create the first light?
Well, I think it was Hebrew actually instead of Aramaic, but it isn't "let there be light." It's "light be" is
There
what
you
it
go.
actually translates. But what's the Aramaic word?
Abracadabra.
I think somebody said something about that one time.
Something from nothing.
Right.
Something from nothing. And whether it was Hebrew, I don't really, I wasn't there.
Hebrew and
I've been
Aramaic, I shouldn't have corrected, but Hebrew and Aramaic are so closely related, unlike
Absolutely.
English. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
anyhow, we're in that mode of creation. The last thing I'd like to say, speak into your world, whatever it is that you want to create for your life, and surround yourself with people who support that.
Amen.
Amen.
I don't think I can better that at all.
Nope.
Thank you so much.
That's a
Adam.
mic drop.
I appreciate you coming on and being with us today, and just your knowledge and your vibrancy. So thank you so much.
Thank you for being an awesome part of my life. My honor.
Bye, guys. Y'all come
Bye.
back. Please share this with your friends. Tell them all about it and have them come join us next week.